Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us tmosso at the1916company.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email for questions about this or any of our watches. Reach out to tmosso at the1916company.com for pricing. Today, we discuss a lovely ladies' Patek Philippe Calatrava moon phase. Now, normally, I just give the dimensions of the watch and allow the gender intent to speak for itself, but the size of this watch marks it unmistakably as a product for our ladies. So I'm going to give you the best possible review I can, even though the watch doesn't necessarily fit on my wrist. So from a purely technical standpoint, we have a 31mm diameter case. The lugs and bracelet you can see integrated and proprietary. 8mm thick, the span across the wrist is 39.3, so quite compact, and I could recommend this for a wrist that is quite petite indeed. We will throw it on my wrist just for scale. You can see it barely clears my hand, and I do not have a large hand or wrist. And 31mm, quite slender. It will fit underneath any kind of a sleeve if you wish it to. And then you can see just how much clearance I have between the edge of the lug and the end of my wrist, and you can see even from the top, this is a watch designed to fit really well on smaller forearms. The timepiece features a super handsome integration of lug and bracelet, and if you could see this is all integral with the case here. It's a white gold case. We have these white gold lug extensions. We have 5 individual lugs joining with a beads of rice style high polish bracelet. That's a wonderful alternative to a strap if you live in a really hot place, because this you can rinse off. You don't have to worry about sweat. You don't have to worry about heat or the aging of a strap, and it'll actually save you a little bit of money over time as you're not constantly replacing straps. The removable links are fixed by pins and sleeves. This is common on modern Patek Philippe bracelet construction, so if you want to size this at home, you will need a block and a punch, but the good news, and the reason Patek does this, is you can't accidentally strip out a flathead screw here and strand a pin in a link. You can always get the link off the bracelet. We have a friction fit clasp that is a double fold, and you can appreciate that it is a non-sequential close. Either side can close. The lugs have a little bit of a teardrop undertuck. Everything is in high polish. And if you look right here, you can see that this is rhodium-plated white gold because it is blindingly white. It's as white as platinum. And when you see that, you know you're not looking at a type of gray gold alloy, which tends to be a little darker. This is designed to be blinding white, and there's a very specific reason for that, which is that Patek Philippe did not want the case and the bezel to contrast with the set gems of the bezel. You could see all matched for color, clarity, and carats. They're set by hand the old-fashioned way. So this watch is a craft art piece in addition to being quite beautiful. It features a sharp break between lug and case flank, and when you have lugs like this, they're welded on by hand, and then a file is used to create that sharp break between case and lug, which is a very manual way of building a case and a very expensive way of building a case. We have a little pusher adjuster for the moon phase. On the dial, we have more gems, but we also have these lovely and granular surfaced tri-Arabic numerals, 12, 3, and 6. You can see the same tone, if not the same texture, used for the feuille or leaf-style hands at center. We have a hour ring of glorious black Tahitian mother of pearl, which has wonderful chatoyancy and spits out all the colors of the rainbow as you manipulate it. We also have lovely rosette guilloche patterns on this anthracite colored dial and a romantic moon phase. Now we'll turn it all over. One of the reasons this watch can be so compact, you can see right here, snap case back, but it is the presence of a movement rarely seen on Patek Philippe watches. This right here, we'll get as close as we can without corrupting the image, is the 16250. So it's a very compact movement designed for very compact watches. 16.3 millimeters in diameter, only 2.5 millimeters thick. All this water resistant down to 30 meters, but I would not describe it as a watch you would like to submerge. You can see it is of modern construction, bearing the Patek Philippe seal. It has a beat rate of 4 Hertz and a manual wind 38-hour power reserve, pivoting on 18 jewels. The decoration is quite fine. You can see elements like micro beveling of the ratchet wheel teeth and solarization on the ratchet wheel with a satination on the crown wheel core. And then we also have mirrored bevels on the edge of the bridges with Côte de Genève across their tops and polished screws with chamfered slots in circumference. A good-looking movement, albeit a tiny one. It rewards close viewing, and this is a watch for ladies who are connoisseurs. If you are deeply into mechanical watchmaking, this watch doesn't disappoint on any count. It is everything you'd expect mechanically and artisanally in a Patek Philippe, from the handset bezel to the handcrafted dial to the craft art fabricated case and the hand-finished movement. There is a lot to love here in a 31mm package. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.